Hello and welcome to a full body workout routine designed specifically for women using a flat bench style Bowflex. My name is Eric and I'll be working out on a Bowflex PR1000, but you can do this routine on any flat bench style Bowflex that looks like this with one of these leg extension attachments. And you can start running the cables to leg extension attachment now. And if you have a Bowflex Blaze, don't forget to grab this extra seat here. This basically clips on here and that's going to help a lot when you do leg curls and also your leg extensions. If you just have a PR1000 where you don't have this extra attachment, that's fine too. We're going to be working out on this together. So what makes this routine specifically designed for women is we're going to be doing a lot of thigh type of work. So we're going to be starting things off with a leg extension, hitting our quads, leg curl, hitting our glutes, and then we're going to be doing some hip extension and some hip adduction. So we're going to get a lot of thigh work in to start things out, and then we're going to switch it to our upper body. And throughout this entire routine, we are going to be going a high volume, low weight type of workout. So 15 reps per set, and it's all going to be counted down by this clock, 25 sets in total. So we're going to be dropping the weight a little bit lower than you might be, normally used to doing if you've done a lot of routines with me, because we're going to be making that up with volume. And that higher repetition is kind of associated with the longer, leaner look instead of the big, bulky look. So if you're going to be joining me, well, I hope you leave me a comment below and let me know how this routine went for you. This is my first time designing routines specifically for women, and I could use the feedback. So I hope you join me for this routine. I hope you have a good time with it, and I'll see you back for the warm-up. Before we go to the warm-up, I got two things that I forgot to add. The first is if you have ankle straps like these, I would go ahead and grab these and use these throughout this routine. Basically, if you don't know what they are, they're little Velcro straps that go around your ankles, and then they let you clip directly to the cable resistance, and it gives you some really nice control of the weight. If you don't have that though, you can use your normal Bowflex handles. You just kind of open them up and then shove your foot right through it. So the other thing is, in the intro, I did say that we're going to be doing 15 reps for every single set. It was all going to be counted down by this clock. I had it counting every single rep for me, and I was recording for a while and it just felt really weird, and so I decided I need to restart this video and not have it count everything. So it's going to be 45 seconds per set. I'll be counting them, and some of our sets get a nice cadence going, but it's not going to count it all down on the board here. That was just too weird. So now we're going to get into our warm-up, and I'll see you right back. Let's do some jogging in place, or you can do some high knees. We're going to do this for about a minute just to get our body warm so we can get it nice and stretched out. And while we're doing this, let me tell you about all of our lifts today. I mentioned in the intro that we'll be doing some leg extensions to start things out. After that, we'll be doing some leg curls, and leg curls kind of are really easy to do on the Bowflex Blaze. On the PR1000 though, it's a little strange, but we're going to work through it, and I'll give you an alternate lift if that doesn't work out. After that, we got some hip extensions. Then going the other way with some hip adductions after that. Into a tricep kickback. Then a front cable raise, kind of a new lift I found recently, I like a lot. And then finally, we're just going to do a nice, steady, seated row to close it out. Okay, so we're going to wind this down and now move into some side squats. Spread those legs nice and wide, and we're going to go side to side here and drop just a little lower each time. Go really smooth. And I always kind of feel a little bit tight at first, and then I do this for maybe 30 seconds or 45 seconds, and I feel like I can go way lower. So just keep with me here. We're really loosening up your hips and your thighs here. Okay. Next, we're going to move into some lunges where we're just going to step forward and then raise up, or step forward and then stand back. So be really careful with these not to slam your knee on the ground like I just did there. And if you need to raise up just a little early, that's okay. We're just trying to loosen up our quads and our glutes here with this nice little lunge. Let's do one more on each side. And then we're going to go into some bent arm circles. Put your arms in like this W fashion here, and then just roll them to stretch out your shoulders, your chest, and your back. We're going to do this for just a little bit. And now let's change directions and go the other way. Feels like you're swimming now. Okay, so we're going to take the same concept, except with our head here, do some full rotations, do a max spin here, stretching out your neck, getting it all nice and loose. Then we're going to change directions. A couple more. And then we're going to move into some torso twists. Bring your hands in front of you together, kind of pop out your elbows, and then swing side to side. Now, I like thinking of this as I'm clearing space around me. Get out of my way. Loosening up that spine. Okay, so next we are just going to be doing a forward fold for a little bit here. Maybe 15 seconds or so. And just keep reaching down. It's okay if you can't touch your toes. Try to go just a little bit lower as you hold it. And then we're going to have about 15 seconds or so where you can do whatever exercise you want to loosen up. I'm going to do some finger pulls, kind of loosen up my forearms and my grip here. Okay, so now we have 1 minute to rack up our machine. And I've got 3 different weight settings I recommend starting on. And again, we're going to have multiple opportunities to adjust our weight setting. Heavy, 80 pounds of power rods, medium, 50 pounds, and lightweight, 20 or 30 pounds. And we're going to start out with that leg extension. Now, I'm feeling pretty good right now. I'm going to be starting out with 80 pounds to get it going. But again, we are doing some pretty high volume work here. So if you want to go just a little bit lighter than your normal load, that's okay. Okay, so leg extension's really simple to start things out. You're just going to step into place here, and you can either lean back like this, or you can sit up nice and tall. And as you go, I like kicking up kind of quick, holding it for just about half a second or so, and then slowly dropping. And again, we're going to be doing 15 here. I'm going to be counting my reps in this first set, help you get into the right cadence. And I'd encourage you to count along. There's 1. That's 2. That's 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. And 15. Now, I'm not going to count them on every set. Just try and help make sure you know the right cadence to be going at. We don't want to just, kick out a whole bunch, because that's not really accomplishing what we're here to do today, which is build some strength. And let's go ahead and get ready for our next set here, coming right up. Now, this second set, and the third set especially, is going to feel a lot harder for these. And I'd also, encourage you just to kind of keep your mind off of things. Sometimes it helps to just count it out yourself, so you can count your reps as you go. And another thing that helps is focus on your breathing. I like exhaling out as I kick up, and then as I retract is kind of when I inhale. So, and then breathe in. Okay. 1 more set of leg extensions coming up, and then we move into those leg curls. All right, let's extend it out. Go nice and slow, lots of control in these exercises or in these lifts. Twenty more seconds. Last few. Okay, very nice. So up next we have leg curls. Now if you have a Bowflex Blaze, this gets really easy. You're basically lying on this machine curling up like that. Now if you don't have the full curl attachment here, you got to do these one leg at a time. And actually I would recommend reducing the weight if that's the case. I'm going to drop mine from 80 pounds down to 60 pounds on each side. And I'd recommend you probably should drop a little bit as well. So for this, what we're going to do is one leg is going to be put on the back of the foam roller, and then I kind of have my thigh right above my knee on this roller, and then I'm going to be bringing this leg up nice and smoothly like this. So go nice and slow again, and you know, if it takes you a little bit of time to find the right angle and position for this exercise here, that's good. Just stay with me. Now we're about halfway through this set here, and if you still haven't found a good position, I want you moving into lunges. And for lunges, I would just do a body weight lunge where you step forward one side and then back and raise up. Just like this here. And this is going to be real nice for our glutes, the same, and our hamstrings, the same muscle groups we're trying to hit with this. The lunges will hit our quads a little bit more as well. Nothing wrong with that. So I'm going to just switch to this other side. And again, if you're on a blaze where you can do both sides at the same time, just keep doing both sides with me here. So we've got a total of 4 sets of leg curls coming up here. Keep it going nice and slow and smooth. I get a nice squeeze in my hamstrings and then also just right behind my knees. Okay, we are going to be switching sides again. Blazers, just keep lying down because you got 2 more sets coming up. All right, so our short rest interval almost out. Let's go here. I think that's number 7 for me. 8, 9, 10. High volume today. 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Another short little rest period. Now, after we do this other side, we're basically going to disconnect our cables from up here, and then we're going to start connecting our legs to these pulleys up front for some hip extensions. But let's finish this strong. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay. So we're going to be disconnecting our clips right up here. And you can either connect your Bowflex handles or you can leave this unclipped. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just hook up my ankle straps here, and I'm going to get in position for a leg extension. So on this side here, I'm going to be clipping my outer leg to this clip here. And I'm going to be getting ready to basically extend out this hip here. So I want to be standing kind of close to the cables here, and then holding on to the tower, I'm going to kick it out wide. Now, if you're on a blaze and you did not adjust your weight setting, you might want to adjust that right now. And now we're going to get into it in 3, 2, 1. Let's kick it out. Just go nice and smooth here. Again, holding it in that fully extended position for a little more difficulty, and then slowly retract. Okay, so I'm going to unclip this ankle here, and I'm actually now going to put my inner ankle through this as well. So I'm, again, going to go with my ankle straps, but again, you could be using these handles and open them up. And now, so I'm going to clip this to my inner ankle, and then I'm going to kind of walk to the end of this machine. And then what I want to do is focus on bringing this weight in towards my midsection here, and then closing it off. So you can kind of lean up against this tower if you need the balance. Just go nice and smooth. And you know, I'm feeling I can do a little bit more resistance. I'm going to add another power rod right now. And that's a lot more challenging here. Okay, so when we come back to this side, we're going to start things out with the adduction, bringing the weight in. Now I'm just going to spin around, and now we're going to hit the other side here. And I'm going to start out with hip extension again here on this other side. One arm on the tower, and then I'm going to be extending out. And if you're joining me a few seconds late, that's okay. I know that transition was pretty tight. We just got to keep going. I have stopped and started this routine several times, and at some point you just got to push through it. We got 5 more seconds of these extensions. All right, now we're going to move into adduction, so switching the weight. And again, I'm also going to go ahead and throw on this other power rod here. And now I'm going to be pulling this weight in towards my midsection. And squeeze it when your feet are together. Hold it for just a second, then release. You got 10 more seconds of this, and then we're going to switch sides and then do the same exercise here again where we pull the weight in and squeeze. Okay, so let's remove that weight. Now we're just spinning around. And again, I've got my extra weight already set up on this side. Now let's pull it in. So if you're just struggling to stay caught up with me, that's okay. Join the set a few seconds late. Sorry about the tight turnaround. We're all doing our best here. So as we keep going on this, just want to remind everybody, if you have favorite exercises, post them in the comments, and I'm sure I'll make another Bowflex for women routine. So I'll try to include all the favorites in that one. Okay, let's switch sides, or switch legs here, and we're going back into our extension. And I'm also going to be dropping my weight back down just a little bit as we get ready for this. So one arm on the tower, and then I'm going to be kicking this leg out nice and wide here. Let's just keep it going nice and smooth. Again, you can be counting your reps as you go. Okay, so we're done on that side, and we've still got the extra power rod racked up on this one. So we're going to be doing another set of adduction where we pull the weight in towards our midsection here. Let's pull it together. Let's pull it together, ladies. In researching for this video, I did see a lot of women are very self-conscious about entering the weight room, as it's very, man-focused, or I kind of think it's actually more like bro-focused. And I hope, you don't have any of that intimidation here. And like I said in the intro, all of my routines can be done by men and women. I was just thinking this routine, I'd try to go out of my way a little bit to design one for y'all. So okay, one more set of hip extensions, one arm on the tower, and then we're going to flare this leg out wide. I forgot to remove my weight, and I can barely move my leg, and there we go. So this is our last leg exercise of this routine. And then after this, we're going to be moving to some tricep kickback. So we will be putting our handles back on the machine in about 10 seconds. Finish this up strong though. Okay. So I am going to keep the same weight on my machine that I just had when I go into these tricep extensions. And I'm going to be showing you these in just a second. Now, one thing, always got to be careful after doing those hip extensions, be careful stepping over stuff, because your legs feel a lot heavier. So if you're going up some stairs or something, you'll get a little reminder. Okay, so tricep extensions. So I've got my handles clipped back onto the machine here. And again, I've got 60 pounds on each side. So down a little bit from when I started this routine. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my inner arm on the crossbar here, and this outer one I'm gonna basically be flaring straight back here. I'm trying to keep my elbow locked in place, and then I'm gonna kick it back. And we're just trying to strengthen up our tricep with this. So you know how you can get a little bit of flab underneath your arms? Well, this is that muscle group. It's right underneath your arm there. Everybody knows their bicep, but let's keep working these triceps here. So again, I'm trying to keep my elbow locked in place, and I'm just rotating it in like a quarter circle here. Got 10 more seconds. Be thinking about this weight. Is this too much? Is this just right? And you know, you should be struggling by the end of the set. Whew, I've got a good sweat going. I'm struggling right at that end of the set. So that's what we want in this routine. So other side now. Let's get in position here. And we're just going to be kicking it back. So I was saying earlier in the video about kind of the weight room at a gym can kind of have this maybe not the most friendly atmosphere towards women, or they might feel intimidated, or kind of feel like guys are looking at them weird. And that's one great part about working out at home. You got none of that to worry about. It's just you and me here. Okay, switching sides. We're going to get in position. I don't know if you can tell, I am dripping sweat all over the place. All right, let's go. I'm working out here in my garage in Florida, and it was 94 degrees out today. It's the evening now, but it is still really hot in this garage, and I am kind of gross. You got 20 more seconds. Your triceps should be burning here, but we're finishing this out together. All right, other side. Whew, these triceps are on fire. Into this final set of kickbacks. Nice and smooth. Count them out if you need it. You know, going 3 seconds per rep on a tricep kickback is really difficult. So let's just keep working here. You've got about 10 more seconds. Finish this one strong. All right, next lift coming up is going to be our front cable raise. Now, you may have done uppercuts with me before, where basically you go side to side and bring this weight up. For a front cable raise, we're actually going to bring both up together just like this. Up in front of us, and then slowly drop it. So that's 2. 3, 4, 5, 6. How's this weight feeling for you? It's 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm going to stop when this hits 0. That's 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, I had to finish that out. I thought I was a little bit further behind than that. We got 2 more sets of that coming up. And then we're really in the home stretch. We're going to have a seated row after this. So let's get in position and bring it up. It's 2, 3, 4, 5. So I was talking about the weight room at a gym. Well, you know, I want to encourage you just to, you know, especially if you're on vacation and you're hesitant to go into the weight room at your hotel or whatever place you're staying at, just go for it. Almost every single person in the gym is very supportive. Doesn't matter what your body is or your shape is. Most people are just supportive to see you in the gym with them. So, but if you have some creep looking at you, well, might not be the best idea, but we're at home here. All right, let's go. There's 4, 5, 6, 7. You got this. Just finish strong here. Exhale as you're lifting that weight. You're almost there. Okay. So now we have a little bit longer rest interval because we are moving into some seated rows. Now for seated rows, I'm going to add a bit more resistance. I'm going back up to the resistance I started at. I'm actually going 90 pounds of power rods here. So do what you did for leg extension, and you can kind of adjust from there. So for this, I want you grabbing these handles and sitting back, and then you're going to be pulling them in towards you. I actually want you doing what's called a hammer grip, where imagine you're holding a hammer and just pulling back nice and smooth like this here. And I want you holding at full extension here for just a sec, and then releasing. Should probably be at about 4, 5. If you need more challenge, you can sit on your leg extension and bring it back as well. Feel a nice squeeze in your back here. Just stay in control. Keeping it nice and smooth. Okay, we just got 2 more sets of that, and then we're done. Okay. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, count with me, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay, last set coming up. Oh, so as we wind down this routine, I want to, remind you there are other routines in the channel that that I think also would be great for women. And one of them that I just recorded the other day was a beginner cardio routine. I have a couple cardio routines up on the channel, and I'll have an intermediate cardio soon to follow as well. And those kind of have a nice mix of legs and upper body. But really, all the routines on the channel are meant for everybody. We got 10 more seconds. Let's finish this strong. All right, that is it. Way to go on finishing. Let's remove our power rods from tension, and then we're going to wrap them up with a bungee cord to keep them nice and strong, just like you. Thank you, everybody, for joining me in this routine. I want to give a big shout out to all my Ko-Fi Elite members listed here in the credits. I also want to give a big shout out to Super Steph. Thank you for joining. And if you don't know what this is, basically I have a membership program on the site called Ko-Fi. Get you access to workout programs that help you progress through all the different videos, workout journals, and you can even get your name in the credits and a shout out. So thank you for joining me in this routine. I hope you had a good time. And don't forget to post comments below. Was this terrible? Was this great? And what's your favorite lift? So I will catch you in the next one. In the meantime, be good to yourself, be good to others, and thank you for watching.